Sabra me no eka say dia hwefo nsem pi e na efri endura na esi ya na se nanu bna na esi ye e wo Florida ye Ghanaian popular pastor ye Sylvester Ofowi na asem e na me ke se na me di kan eka kire mo no me ka kire mo se update bi a e be free nsem ye chi e dia ban Penax TV ye de nyina e be bremu am be kai se no na dwekwe mam update bi e fa ne akoso ana video bi abeda bontin a Cries ana kokodi boni we na me no ka say die and Sylvester Ofowi te say ye de no akokot na ye de no akokot no abusuafo nsem bebre na fie kire ba wo hwese ne be ma o suni ade o kasa otimu se onu awonu ne hu se odi sa boni we ya enye no nko a ne asori ma bebre so aba abonten a hyase e kasa e kan nsem bi e fa so fo no wa woni tua se wakokodi boni ye wo mu se ye se wonya de nso omo e bonu dimpa boni dimpa omo so e bonu dimboni e boni dimboni ensem we mu update de aye wo hase ya me de e bebre nti me mana na akwa aba na wama ye more details won sema efi atwa ye Sylvester Ofowi ni nsem echiba omkopie mu court krada na call so asori for so ahyase a omo kasa nsem ben kra na omo kan say ye nsempa ana say nye nsempa na mema wakwa aba
minu aba me jusu bebe
updates a efi Sylvester Ofowi ni nsem ni mu ba no pese o ma ye nim na ye viewers ehunu ya ekoso.
Yes, first of all, no, as always, ne check and koma ahwefo ni etifo nyina enanopa se na yedi kind the first update in the buy, you know. Honestly, how much and I me personally I got a video na me hu ye no na it was going to confirm as our video native for mudi can share and I trended no that particular video na it was taken some few months ago. So that was the time a girl no any Barbara Tommy any Sylvester Ofowi. That was the time almost splits no and started say happen. Now Oshe video no ye and what is coming afterwards I'm out for video but I won't say in the video no I'll go to what happened at the court. But in the video no there are 4 people. Barbara lady na wire rasta no. Your friend Barbara, she's the person who is dead now. Guy no woman, Muslim guy no woman no on a pastor a Sylvester Ofowi no. And papa na as the muye duka across the top whites no or no a Barbara in your bema. What I say, and there's a lady at the background who was recording. That lady is Barbara's elder sister. Into we share the turn of events now. It tells you say this particular thing, according to information, it happened some few months ago, even before the lockdown or so. So everything was going on well until even what is coming on in the video and now word which is coming off no HSA. There has been consistent attacks and assaults, which means Bema no obo oba no Bema no tete no verbal assault near dia in the video ni anka see hu bi at the point in time the guy was saying he said sorry now or head no sisters bi o ma o ma hye nkom ana so maka say ne yire no e beifo and now sha the brother of the sister a girl no ne brother and he was trying so much to defend so which person is saying say my sister is a devil because yes because this particular same person awoka so or a witch no adenta na oba ifie and na obeje in hand in marriage osha that was what went on into the moon you say the guy actually said something and said no kind if anybody at that room, I saw say, you see, wherever that guy is, guy not sure white, no, in the brother, no, everybody needs a brother like that in his or her life.
Okay.
Because the guy was so vigilant. You see, in Bawatima, and sometimes they let their emotions overshadow them. The guy said it clear. Said, me, if I don't kill your sister, then I'm fake. We can't or kill you another guy, and he said, no. This thing is a threat. And at the Biasana Mekano, see a cockota, who can be say, I find a prima facie. The intention of wanting to commit a crime alone is a big crime on its own. You can be jailed for and prosecuted on that matter. Okay. So the guy said it, no mufu say ABR or can ABR in the heat of the moment. I didn't end ya okay something Ubia can 17 no. Osha the guy tried to call the cops, but the ladies at the background, especially the lady as you see no, what form no, she kept saying say Yeman Osha background was saying quick, let him go. I just say the lady actually, Barbara actually called the brother and the sister to come and take her from the house, and all that she needed was the divorce papers. So many divorce papers, no. Osho Mokono and the friend is a new abano, and now the lady Barbara Eka said she has some other stuff she has to pick, and the lady said something that word, and I'm some dear to me home or say debts can never be paid off in life. What I say, or see, I have a whole lot of things I need to pack out and all of no. Let all of these things be there. Let it be debts, and debts can never be changed or paid with life. That was the last word they said in that house before that so-called man of God, he carried that particular act.
Into those say na video in your tablet in some of the na junior maybe a fa with asama so for Sylvester eka na court the no wakako pim or court then the course on the actions net is saying is soon near the idea when no ho ana.
Yes, honestly, no, in that bium I me myself I got information say a year some church members of a year Sylvester Moore the Heavens Floodgate Heavens Ministry
of Heaven
Floodgates of Heaven International Ministry. Yes, church members be more titu ne Ghana for or Florida Orlando or more na sorry no and our more neighbors no beginning information they buy no na I just say Ghana for hypocrisy edited Rome Ghana no yako prayer butchery.
Okay.
People had the effrontery to call and tell us say ye chantro. Yes, say papa no area no ni obi ati kama. And you be crazy my first born in bonus and the video is there. A person was there no child Ghana phobia Jimmy and editor abroach my mo Ghanaians a bimwe Jimmy Dodona and I want more abroaching bebre Jimmy. The guy did this. You called us and told us say his actions no my encounter same bebre because papa no good.
Into a good but then
a wolf in sheep's clothing, Dana. That was what they were saying. But let me go on to the court issue.
Okay.
The next day in 70C and the next day a year Sylvester, he turned himself in. Now he turned himself in now. When he came with pictures with was screen, he was like USD Chewa, he did a picture and they had to portfolio or more criminal records. So people can know what is going to try. No, that particular picture is trending. Now the man actually appeared in court the next day. This is what tells you say Ghana, I will see a copy. Obiti Bonnet, like this stupid idiot landlord or Franco landlord or Tewa, an idiot man like that. Look at him. You take a gun, you go and you kill somebody because he is your tenant and he refused to leave. He refused to leave after 2 days. A brand new packing in Yemen now or train car. The guy is still playing fools with Ghanaians' mind. And then now dream nye echna oyare and the coronavirus and foolishness. It's now near crocon. This man killed somebody. Obi ehun nipa no hunu kwamanshi de hunu nim ye. Ushe surveillance video na almost say the man appeared black, but they were able to track him. The next day, and now because the police had already whether he came or not, there was an arrest. The next day afterwards, you did not go pay court. Ghana, are we learning this? Are we learning this? As same when they see what Ghana, do you think that this particular justice, do you think it will be mooted out fast? This guy has been arrested. The next day, the court.
Okay.
You didn't call court, no. He shouldn't cry yet. He shouldn't cry yet. When no one saying a man of God, I will share a sorry by some more kana or part yourself. You see, he doesn't have just a following or your popular or Florida Orlando. He's one of the biggest men of God. He had a ministry going on. What am I saying? He had a ministry going on with me, the bunny say. And according to the church members, this particular man, he was doing miracles. Okay. He was doing miracles. He was healing the sick near their day. By the end of the day, see. So they caught the man and the man was crying. Papa ni soon. I just was sharing him. Then the structure ni baby original one. The thought is he's having some sort of regrets. As I regrets, whether it is real regret or not, he will face the law. Now, more information about this man is according to church members, church members not can be phobia.
Okay.
According to church members, no more this particular Sylvester Ofori, no ne papa ya wonu Ghana ha say. But ne papa ne maame no I said na omukwa akwentu mo said intini omo ye five siblings. I think it's 5 siblings, 4 boys, and a baba. Okay. According to information at Urban or Papa or Mameno, I said they are almost a ministry. Oh. They are in line with this ministerial work. Into share a year Sylvester Ofori and they are also part of this particular ministry. omoye asori ni niema is awosha ono papa na nkasa wasan dey see who say oye motivational speaker and all of the three brothers omoye crusade na bibia omo nyina akoko support is awosha the ministry runs in the family according to we know asori members omo party say papa no and tete ne mba ni say na papa no watete mba o tete mba na wakokum obi. I can't blame the father because he can do everything in his power to bring up the children in a rightful and in a godly manner. But at the end of the day, you know, Obi Kudi Bonya Papa, he has done his part. Aside from that too, the church members are saying and giving account of what happened because Abani say, you know, you see, the US police department, they are very serious people. Ghana police, they are joking. They are joking. I didn't see, you know, the next day they were able to get surveillance video. The next day they were able to get the eyewitness. They issued around, they got the guy, they sent the person to court. Minuka say they are investigating, going to the Navy West Bank. Maybe I'm not sorry, having floodgate ministry and a floodgate of heavy ministry. They are going, they're interviewing everybody. Minuka say they've closed down the church. And that church, if that man really brought that church, it should be closed forever.
Okay.
Because anytime you need a boss in Subiano, it brings tears and hatred in our hearts. He has disgraced Christianity. He needs to pay in jail. I'm sorry for no. Yeni ebimokasa omokase. Barbara Ofori ena Sylvester Ofori ena
Barbara Tommy.
Sylvester Ofori ena Barbara Tommy. Indeed, omu nyina no. They've been in the ministry as a share wedding videos that go on the screens. Now, when we say they were married some few years ago, that's about 2015. And during that time, we can't tell if the ministry has started or not. But we share during that time, no, the man was around 35 or 28 years, 29 or no. During that time, that's 5 years ago, the man was around 29 years or 30 years. And you know, that time, I'm worried, you know, and a ministry started to say, according to the church members, you know, Omunim said these two people, they are couples, what I say, and they never, at a point in time, realized that these couples were going through a divorce. Okay. In fact, Omen that said, these people were even having issues in their marriage. And at the same time, they are describing Barbara Tommy as a person who was loving both inside and out. And according to them, during the coronavirus pandemic, and Omukulosi Church, almost resume and everything was okay. But resume, woman, no muhuni bium. Barbara Tommy, you know who money be sorry. Until for the past time, coronavirus pandemic lockdown nearby, you know, or woman, but anytime when we besana say they are giving, so they knew that maybe something is wrong, but now they never knew say things were going this bad. But according to you, for no credit, how can I free? A man forecasted the man was actually a genuine and a good man. Main cast or a genuine man of God, but and that is the outward look. Because already psychology, human beings, you have about 4 personalities. The first personality will be when you are yourself. The character you show is a different thing. Say uni obi ben, and I say uni obi waha. The character you show is different. Or public and our market and our gathering, the character you show is different. And at the fourth one is the perspective of how you see yourself. If you realize psychology, the Maxwell's theory, or culture say all of these personalities, any person. So human beings, they are like in as much as we are one person, and I say we have a different shades of ourselves. What you are saying, say me na me want me there, me nipa me na me ye. Me be juma so there's a way I portray myself to be in public too. There's a way I portray myself to be. And when I'm alone and I say, how I see myself to is a different. So 4 perspectives. I will share all the other perspectives. The man actually was able to take correct there to say, in the eyes of people, he made himself like a very good person who was promoting the ministry of God.
Okay, incident Saturday, I said Nana Ekasano, a year Sylvester Ofori, past a year, Wakobo, the to Ekuno, Florida, I in Nassam, I will quote to see, and I am sure it's in some eye, Queenis and Ebo Bay. Almost a content temper, and I know, say, would you GDO, US for policy system no what you say into no outcome no say tem and now share beche send your investigations so near the no tem
me who comments be the New York Post. New York Post, one of the leading websites the United States of America. Now be a comment to say the man can be blamed because of his culture and his background. Or say his culture and his background, and also he stated say the way the people in Ghana we react and how aggressive we are to situations. That is what should be blamed for. In a way, it sounds sarcastic, but in a way too, it is true. They be say we live in a country, so be kasan in near bra.
And you're funny
serious. And there's a way people and some of us we react when situations goes offward. And all of these things shape us. That is what makes our culture. But if you don't try to actually amend all of these things, you're wrong. Now, moving away from that, I'm not saying what the man is saying is true. I'm just giving a perspective which I know say and you know crap. Looking at another side, I want to let everybody know say everybody in this world have problems. Menoka say papa ya with this bonisemi he was having problem in his marriage for a very, very, very long time. Who did he turn to? Who did he turn to? Because at a point in time, maybe what I mean myself, I feel so down. And I just go through my contact list and I just call random people. Maybe at that point in time, I might have all the money and everything. But you see, the money, the power and everything can't give you all of these things. Sometimes you just need somebody to talk to, somebody to tell your problems.
Sure.
So this man, he was going through all of these things. Who was he resorting to? That tells you, say, before and now, ye Christians for we see these pastors as demigods. Nobody was able to notice that the pastor's marriage was on fire. It was flaming. Meanwhile, the guy was dying inside. The guy was dying inside. Now, I'm not say in some say the trials for this particular man are underway. Menoka saying during this week, early next week, and he's going to make an appearance in court again. And the prosecutors, they are gathering more facts. Mekacho say, Papa ni dear because he are charging their born on a first degree murder. Now, some first degree murder no, so Ushima a bukra punishable by death. But you see, and because of the abolishment of the death penalty in certain states or US, I believe said this man is going to get a capital punishment, and as a high degree punishment, as our punishment, he may be he may be put behind bars for all of his life, and I say for the rest of his life, and even credit the hard labor ever count. What I say, so this is what is going to happen at US, the BBC. I can tell you for a fact, say don't joke because some say we are so be and a lady is a young girl, they want to do it. You see, Brony, they don't take ladies for joke. Omofa in Ben Diagro, and Tino call UK. Now call Boba, Cotintia, or Basana, Ghana, man for be brilliant, Quasiana, or Titi, or Bano, Boba, Sum, say, or a bearman, Abruchun to me, you shout on a lady, you be behind bars. The same thing applies to the United States system. Now, assemble one person make a chat on and say, you know, Muntini. I've witnessed a lot of abusive relationship. At a point in time, I was staying with a lot of married couples. I saw say the men I was staying with, maybe I'm a boss or bonnet, and these women, for certain reason, they stayed. And I won't sit here and blame entirely the ladies, and I won't blame entirely the men. Blame ni bi so wa medbema oba because in Bano, one of their things are the greatest pull them down. You see, men, we don't have the power to speech, and you need the power to exchange words with women. And it's only oba enya sema okawana oba nebeka 10. That is their power because God gave them that strength. That's the power of speech. In Bema so yentimi kasa bebre no, God gave us the power of strength. Into say only oba we know so waka ba ko kan na we see na sum na why steady. So these things adia the downfall and the pitfall of both genders, the male and female. And one thing I can say is that in as much as in ya worry mu, your life mu ni ade ade no. Patience should be the key. And at the end of the day, we should all try and resolve things. What I'm trying to get at is that your ba now ti our rease. Your ba now relationship mu. Na ukunu ebo. Because TNT out there, and no the meet man can say ebua because me what I know is ebua emba no so they go overboard. Sebe emba ne bimu etimi behave same kwala into ye bibia e wo say otiano. Otiana na why steady because women are sometimes over say say in kwala they behave that when you the man e wo say otiana o straight in the bed no nche say obeton sabon. So henceforth your ba na otie me. Now you are dating any person. Na nipa na to ne sabo ba ko abo asum owie wa be pacho and women their hormones is such a way say estrogen is such a way say obo oba na osu a na kokrokro na it brings up some kind of feeling that is sweet to them as I say to boy abo asum papa now o she kona bi su or onyu no no oba na obekoto eni mu house you are crying e power just ama mansa de me fa che me ni ade ade say okrokro wie kra na say mbetimi san de ahye so awe mo ho wo hwa that feeling I know say a lot of ladies love it because God have created them in such a way say they are easily to forgive. Women keep things to themselves, but they easily forgive and then they like that sort of feeling. But boy in China please. One thing you should know is that Bema Watonesabo, he is never going to stop. And there's nothing like Obejai. Tienye, there's nothing like Bema no waye ujoya onsisa. Onsisa. Because if you see where by and I believe say enyo bia and also worry. Okay. Ebimu ebe worry, ebimu worry. Into one worry, one more abusive no, they shouldn't marry. One more abusive, they are the most people who also tend to be very caring people. They tend to be very caring people. Into most ladies fall for them. Into abo asumba akumienu. Oh, abe pacho. No one send no message. I love you. One day, they see between Sylvester Ofori and Barbara Tommy, it will repeat itself until your banner or any abusive relationship. The first thing you must do is to walk out. So don't walk out because if you don't know if the guy dies. And a boy in Niwa, you want Beman pim to say boy in Seswa, Obeshiomo. The first thing for you to do as a lady is to walk out from that relationship. The second thing for you to do is to report the person to the police because in Bemebu say only omu jaivia, Hokrana, or Mohum sorry, they want to attack you, not omo cross check you, and I say, if you know my banum jump, if you keep tell him go, I don't want to speak with you one day or better time or the baby shooting just like what happened to Barbara Tommy. So this should go to our young ladies. I am paying baby in Bano with your maminka in a dot to me, Emma and baby Jimmy. Foolishness are not what's our odo. In the video, not Bapano a discipline. Sylvester. You saw the lady coming out. So, Jano. It tells you, say, even at that time, the lady has love for the husband. And it's normal. But, maybe why it goes overboard. The guy was issuing threats. So, if you're a lady, if you're a lady now with any relationship, I dare to your simple for say who say about you say, Shano Afakufo, Galon, this you know this because one day they are to me, Ebia. Onukre 7 times so. If you're in any relationship, boy not turning soon, please leave the relationship. Meant na ho. Send isi kenti. Say no shame. Ono boa me. Leave. Sebi. Your friend is anomakra no or sorry onko adwuma. Onfa car emfa. Odidi debia. In kame omnenemo. Sometimes I wonder how they eat. They are always living. Once God is alive, God takes care of his people. And God takes care of his things. Who said God is going to take care of you. There are other people too who can do the same. If you are in any relationship as such, please leave it. Okay. Forget, say, Anna, I don't want to spoil my family. And let me tell you something about this abusive relationship. Se ukunu ebu or Bobo Asum, Bibini, Annie, why did you come home late? You know, women, there are certain things they react. That is how women are. Until Ube Juma, Ufi Juma ba late, Ibi Adibi about 5, now about and then 2 a.m., it's not 3 a.m. She will complain because you are keeping her worried. She will be jealous. And ba wutri nyina ade kese wo mu pa jealousy. Who with this psychology? Send on mass first fair all the rounds we know. Ade kese wo mba dream mu pa jealousy. So maybe if you want to get a woman, use jealous or beba. What am I saying? So women are jealous. They have emotion. It's when you juma ba late no or complain no na agia. Bema kodem ne koda. Ade chia why explain what to baby afa. But if ukune fi juma ba late na woka in the front ebiana obuefu na also kasaka na nkola ni nyina sorry no maba. Dad was going on, mom was going on in front of the children. Papa ni yini say jambo ni so. It is not happening once or twice. Remember, who your parents are, whatever you are doing, Obano Eshe. And honestly, if I be honest, I've witnessed certain things. Many amount of people they were beating their wives. Because at the point in time you will be a mean to me can on the screens. I go say me and Kasa mini baby fame and no na esisa imagine said they be sadie they be that and all the women have dated no make can say nyankopon nyam say minto minsa embobia even though I have temperament issues. So I know say I'm getting there. It's a bear man yes sir and kola no hwe. It will be a be mu kra no. Na this particular Sylvester told me on this
ne papa ye.
Be e bi o ye ya na say o papa bi o ye ntino.
Besua.
Afano. That was the same thing that happened to Chris Brown and Rihanna. Chris Brown said he respects women. What I said, there's no way about call down akobu Rihanna sir. But because beginning ye wo no ne papa ebone mame. The father was abusive. Oh, he had temperament issues, so he picked it up. What am I saying? Into won't say acronym indirectly, no. Or maybe be as a senior a bino. Into no, because the father was not treating the woman well, no. Only know whom bad is a sebi baby. Bibiano atonis, sir. Which is bad. So that is the only advice I made them, the ladies, muntieni ye. Na mo de mamuntie na mo nko tena boy Jimmy fo bi wa ototo no nsabo say odo we debate 35 years and now 40 years life be bro wenim obi per 1 second for no dia kana asema se we onya what ha say wo abrochi okuno bo or ye wa yakayaka da ote ho so odo obewu no ote ase leave now ikola no jiomo ne for moko. We have systems and social security and other things to protect them. Once you are okay. Masa, a crow doors into you baby and now baby. So me that is the only thing, and we are praying, say, as all of these things are unfolding, the police and also BI in the bay to some, and we'll do all to give you more updates as to what goes on, what comes on, and more updates about this particular thing. Maybe me believe that justice will really be muted out. In fine addition there in some kosi. Okay,
now we that's power. We 2 man enough for musumu 2 men for musumu some musuba na musuba nye. Or can go man so no. Me man nye and I'm banning ye. But Sylvester dey send our cano and running in the bit send you be Spenax TV the updates in every